Hi everyone, I'm Jyoti Singh and you are watching 30 Days of Spoken English program with me. Today is day 22 and we are going to discuss a very important part of any personal interview. That is how to introduce yourself. This means how you will introduce yourself to the panel or to the team who is going to interview you. The team with whom you will be having your personal interview or the personal interaction. There are two parts to it, before and on the day of interview. So let's understand the parameters and what all homework you need to do before you appear for any interview, may it be for private organization or a government interview, an interview for a government job. So let's see what are the parameters that you need to prepare on before applying or before going for the personal interview. The first thing is purpose. It means that why you are appearing for that particular personal interview. Okay, whether it's a private job interview, okay, or it's an interview for any government job like banking, SSC, civils, or any other government exam. You need to understand that what are the criticalities, what they are going to look into you. Just remember one thing: before you go for the interview, you have to be very confident. Okay, and second thing, the personal interaction is meant to judge your personality, your confidence, your communication, and your passion. So do do your homework before going for any personal interview. Now the second important part is job description. Every job has got a detailed job description which tells you that what is going to be your day-to-day activities, what are your key responsibility areas of that particular capacity in which you would be taken into the job. So go through the job description one by one. Be very particular that what would be the expectation from you for that particular job, and depending upon the job description, lot many answers will be put forward. The third is resume. Never make a mistake of ignoring what is written in your resume. Resume is the first impression of yours. Before looking at you, the panel has your copy of your resume, which you also say at CV. Okay, so whatever you have mentioned in your resume, be very confident about it. You should be knowing what is or what all is mentioned in your resume. So go through your resume word by word and justify that with examples, with facts and figures. The fourth is your attire. That means your dressing. Your attire, your dressing tells a lot about your personality. If you are a boy, then make sure that your hairs, your beard are properly trimmed. You are wearing a proper shirt. Preferred is white color shirt with a tie, blazer, and formal pants and polished shoes. If you are a female, then you might wear a sari, a kurta pajama with dupatta on one side. If you're going for a private job, you might go wear suit, blazer, or a skirt or trouser. The heels, the shoe that you're wearing should not be very shiny and should not make a lot of sound. Okay, you should avoid wearing high heels. Jewelry should be minimal because your attire, as I said, tells about your personality. So keep it very short, very simple, and very sober. It should not be very gaudy, very shiny. Okay, it should be soothing. No deep necks, no sleeveless dresses. Okay, so very soothing. Next is sleep. Now, you have done all your homework well, right? Your purpose, your JD, your resume, your uniform, the dress is all ready. Now, very important is that the first impression should be very calm and composed. So for that, it's very important that you take at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep before appearing for an exam. So one day prior to that, have a good sleep. Do not overstress yourself, but sleep. Do all the revision and then take at least 7 hours of sleep so that you look fresh on the day of the examination. Okay, so this was one thing that you need to do before the interview day. Now, next is the day. This is the very important day when you would be interviewed. So first thing is greet. How you will greet them. So for example, if the room is closed, and so first thing what you will do is you will knock on the door and then you will open the door and you will ask, may I come in, sir? If the interviewer is a female, then you will say, may I come in, ma'am? And if they say yes, then get inside and wish them. Now, very important, if there's one interviewer, then you can say good morning, ma'am, good morning, sir. But if there's a panel, then you need to wish them as good morning, sir. And if there's any female panelist, then wish her separately as good morning, ma'am. Okay, so good morning, sir, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am. So this should be the greeting. It should be in a very smiling way. It should not look that you are very stressed or you are tensed. There is the pressure of the interview, but it should be very calm and composed in a very normal manner and normal gesture. Then, second is your full name. Telling your full name is very important. So, when they say, so please introduce yourself or tell us something about yourself, then you need to tell them your full name. The sentence should not start as myself. Myself is not taken up as formal way of introducing yourself. It should be, good morning, ma'am. I am Jyoti Singh, or my name is Jyoti Singh. It should never be myself, Jyoti Singh. All right. So emphasize on your full name. Giving importance to your full name tells that you give importance to minute things as well. You give yourself equal importance. So tell your full name, never short name. Third is qualification. After your full name, you need to tell them your qualification. Here, most of the interviewees, they do a mistake. They tell their full name, then they start telling about from where they belong, what is their family background, right? So you should not do that. The panel is not at all interested in from where you belong to, how many siblings you have. They are not interested in all that. You might tell about it later on, but not in the initial. You need to introduce yourself in very small and very crisp way. Okay, no need to tell them about your background, your family background, that how many sisters and how many brothers you have, from where you belong to, right? You have to tell them about your name, your qualification, your experience, and your achievements. Okay, so these four things are very important in your introduction, whether it's for a private job or for a government job. See, other things can be told later on, okay, but not initially, because what you say in the beginning makes a lot of impact. Okay, all the question and answers that are being going to be asked by the interviewer depends upon your introduction. So you should always start with your full name, your qualification, your experience, and your achievements. For example, good morning, ma'am. My name is Jyoti Singh. I am an MBA in HR from Pune University, 2012 pass out. I have got 7 years of experience in HR, and I am working with Panisha Biotech Limited as a corporate HR. My achievements are that I have reduced the recruitment ratio up to 0%, plus I have achieved the Best Employee of the Year award. So these could be your achievements. You have to support them with facts and figures, right? Secondly, if you are a fresher, then what you will say, you will tell them your name, your qualification, what all you have learned during your tenure with with your program, and what all extra inputs you have gained, the kind of training that you have acquired, the skills that you have acquired. You can tell those things. Once this is done, then suddenly the interviewer will keep on asking you questions. See, interview has to be two-way communication. It can never be one-way communication. Okay, so tell the interviewers good about you and be very realistic. Do not give them any exaggerated statement. Tell them the facts and figures, and be very realistic with them, be very confident. Okay, so this is how you introduce yourself. So this was all about your introduction. Tomorrow we will be discussing about how to be more confident when talking. Stay tuned. Thank you.